on.
MarriageFIT.
Is this thing on?
MarriageFIT. Hey guys, welcome to MarriageFIT. 3, 2, 1, go. What is
Excited to be
MarriageFIT?
back.
What is MarriageFIT?
The fives. 5 fives.
MarriageFIT is, we talk about 5 F's, the 5 priorities in life.
Fitness, family, finance, fun. What's the 5th?
Faith.
Oh yeah, the most important. Let's start that again.
Number one.
Let's start that again. Faith.
Faith.
Family. Then
Fitness, finance, fun.
I think fun, finance, fitness, fun.
So MarriageFIT, we talk about the 5 F's, the 5 main priorities in your life, in our lives.
In our lives.
And we'd like to talk about it from a male's perspective, a female's perspective, and a couple's perspective. That is MarriageFIT. Obviously, marriage is the bond or the relationship and the commitment of a husband and a wife, but we like to use the term marriage in accordance to the ultimate form of commitment according to the 5 F's.
Yep.
That's my definition of MarriageFIT.
It's a good definition, Mr. Mello.
So today, we would like to tackle one of the F's.
Fun.
The fun. Fun is like the X factor, the key ingredient of any of the 5 F's in your life. So having fun is that secret zest and spice that makes everything better.
Better, it does.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
always say living with you is like Disneyland every day.
Yeah, because I
It's
try to
been-
have fun.
And whether sometimes it might get a bit annoying or overwhelming, it is at the end of the day much better to live with somebody who always wants to create fun out of every situation than be a Debbie Downer.
Normal is boring.
It is. And
Weird is fun.
It does keep things definitely
Entertaining.
and
Exciting, enriching,
and unexpected.
and unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we want to tackle fun and how that can create a more and higher quality of life.
And you can really have fun and approach it with finances.
Absolutely.
With fitness.
Absolutely.
With family.
And that's what we want to tackle today.
And faith.
Definitely. You've got to have fun because life gets way too serious, way too fast. It gets way too stale, way too fast. And life's just so noisy. Like everything's so fast paced these days that you can get caught up in this whirlwind and just lose the zest and the experience of what you should have out of life.
And I think that a lot of times people feel that they have to be serious with their finances or have to be serious with their fitness in order to make results happen. When in actuality, when you let loose a little bit, like I know in our life, when I was always like fierce, like in it, tough girl, like don't get out of my way. You always call me freight train, right?
Nope.
And when I let back a little bit, our relationship really grew.
Well, it's like working out. You can't work out 100 miles an hour every single day, all the time. I mean, your
Yeah.
body needs stress, and stress is really good for you, but you have to have a change of speed. You have to have an element of recovery, of rejuvenation.
Absolutely.
And that kind of stuff.
And fun with nutrition, too. A lot of our clients that we've actually changed up their food and had them have fun instead of making them so routine have dropped weight, added muscle, saw really good results by changing it up.
Definitely.
Not staying so strict.
So let's talk about fun, but first let's talk about the opposite of fun.
Not
What's
fun.
the opposite of fun?
Bored.
Unfun?
Bored.
Being bored.
Boredom.
Bored is the antithesis of fun.
Do you know a good stat?
Tell me some stats about bored, because we looked some stuff up.
90% of Americans are bored at some point in their day.
90% of Americans. That's a lot.
That's a lot of
9 out of 10
boredom
people.
going on.
So what'd
Yeah.
you find? Because we were looking up some stuff about being bored,
Yeah.
or the history of bored. Or
I
what
also
bored really is.
found out that there wasn't boredom before the Industrial Revolution. There was no such thing as being bored. So I thought that was really fascinating.
Really?
And they said when the Industrial Revolution came, it started to create this urgency, so people wanted things faster.
Life started moving faster.
Yeah, and then it created people having boredom in their daily lives because they didn't get that quick fix.
So less is more.
But they do say that sometimes boredom's a good thing because it gets people to push harder.
Definitely.
And it can be a bad thing because it gets people complacent. Just like
Totally.
anything in life.
Yeah,
it can
definitely.
be good or for the bad.
So it started with the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
So you wrote some notes, right?
I did write some notes down.
What else do we find about being bored?
So they said that it's the monotony. So your daily routine, or just like we talked about with nutrition, If you do the same thing day in and day out, you just said this the other day and I loved it. You said, I've been taking Cliff lately, which is a different street than we normally take. And you said how much better it made your route just by going a different route in the morning. And it's just something so simple and small, but it really helped change up your day, give you a new perspective on a different
monotonous can create boredom.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Kind of like definition of sanity, expecting a different result.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then lack of flow.
That's another one.
Yep.
Okay. Lack of flow. What does lack of flow mean to you?
To me, it's like being choppy. So for instance, if I don't have like my to-do list down or I don't have my day planned out, I can get bored easily because I'll get out of what I'm supposed to be doing or my purpose, right? If I don't write out the purpose for the day, like we like this goal of having 3 things to accomplish. If you get a big TDL, sometimes it can be really defeating. That's a whole nother topic.
To-do
but if
list.
you do like the 3, then you stay on task.
You're focused.
It's still fun. Yeah.
So distraction, getting distracted,
so that
can lead to
lack
boredom.
Of flow.
Yeah.
Having that
emptiness.
I'm definitely, or the dead spots in your day.
I can definitely be guilty of getting distracted. You know, maybe not so much being bored, but you know, lack of flow.
And that can happen when you're trying to have fun all the time.
Too. That could be counterintuitive.
Yeah, right?
For sure.
There's the negative of it.
For sure.
Need for novelty. So we're always needing to see more.
Yes.
Feel more, hear more, especially now with the phone. Like I notice if I have like 2 seconds in the day, I'm like, where's my phone? I gotta look at Snapchat. I gotta look at Instagram. I gotta look at Facebook. What's going on?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever forgotten your phone? Like, do you ever forget your phone somewhere and you're like, oh my God, like all of a sudden you feel like you're naked. You don't know what you're gonna do. Life is gonna be over.
Yeah, the phone's crazy.
It is.
But yeah, it's that bright, shiny, flashy light. Like we're always looking for the next hit of something. And for us growing up, it was video games, at least for me. You know, wanting to play video games, watch TV. Nowadays, if we were growing up, it'd be the YouTube. It would be still video games, but in a different setting. But the smartphone has really taken over the video game.
Totally.
And as adults now, we're playing on our phones like we used to play video games. At least I am. And most men that I know.
Also, like this flows into this. Paying attention is another reason.
That's
for
the next
boredom.
one?
Yeah.
Paying attention.
So
it's again with that distraction thing, lack of flow, not paying attention.
I saw a good thing on
You can definitely get bored.
CBS Sunday Morning, and they were saying the average college student watches something for 1 to 2 minutes. So they were asking how they could get him to watch this 15-minute segment, and he said, you can't. You won't. They'll tune out. They'll change the channel, even if the TV's on. And I do that a lot because I try to multitask.
Yep.
Women were good at this. But I will notice, like halfway through a show, or if I'm researching something or listening to a podcast, I'll have to listen to it 2 or 3 or 4 times. Or I'll tune you out.
Yeah, it happens.
And I will say,
For the
what
best
did you
of
just
us.
say? I'm sorry, I'm not listening at all.
Yeah.
But that paying attention, it's hard to keep our attention because of smartphones, because of TV, because of
Well, it's
gaming.
untraining attention. You know, attention is like a muscle. Focus is a muscle. It needs to be trained. You need to have a fitness element with your attention. And distraction and smartphones and a lot of different noise and multitasking gets you out of shape with your attention. So you got to get your attention in shape.
Yeah. And if you don't
Or else
have
it'll lead
that
to
goal,
boredom.
like we talked about goals in one of the marriage fits, if you don't have that goal, it's really easy to lose attention in your marriage, in your fitness,
Definitely.
in your family, you know,
It's
all
easy
of
to get
that.
bored.
Yeah, because your attention is going, I call it the swinging pendulum, where to go.
There's no
where to go,
objective. There's
what's
no
going on.
focus.
Yeah.
There's nothing to chase towards.
So number 5 is emotional awareness.
Emotional awareness.
Being emotionally present.
Yeah,
If you're not always emotionally present, you can get bored,
definitely.
right?
That makes a lot of sense.
I think so too.
That might be the hardest one, I think, for the general population.
And I do think they're saying now, especially with children, because they don't interact with people anymore, because they text or they snap or
Virtual interaction.
This is going to be harder to create now. Like that handshake, that handwritten note. Like I still write thank yous, or you do it too. You do a good job of writing me little love notes, or there's just something about
MarriageFIT.
Books. I don't like reading on a Kindle. I like to hold something or,
Yep.
see it.
You're kind of old school.
I'm old school for sure. I am. I don't know how to use these things.
Old school instead of new school.
I'm going back. I'm picking old school. I'm
Yeah.
keeping it old school. I'm bringing back the Industrial Revolution.
Emotional awareness. Emotional awareness.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
And then
really
you
good.
were talking about this earlier, the inner amusement skills, how the entertainment industry is so huge because people want to check out.
Yeah, that goes back to the novelty thing
Yeah.
too. Don't create that emotional awareness yourself. Just watch it from other people. Watch from on the outside. So you don't have to do the work on the inside. So yeah.
And then lack of autonomy.
That's the next one?
Yeah.
So lack of freedom. Autonomy is freedom, yep.
You feel boggled down.
Yep.
You feel bored. I think in fitness that can happen a lot. Like you do, I love P90X. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I always say, what do you do after the 90 days? Like people can tend to get mundane and it gets boring. And
What do you do after the 10th time you've gone through it?
Exactly.
And you can recite not only all the words, but the inflections, the tonality, the jokes. You can anticipate everything.
I look at, like I used to teach cycle or what else? Like a boot camp class. And you see some of these people going to the same class. And I'm always shocked. How do you continue to do that same thing every day? And even if they're bored, it's just so routine to them, they don't care.
Yeah.
So that to me is that lack of freedom. You don't feel that you could go anywhere or do anything.
Yep.
And so you're just, this is it.
This is
settle.
it.
So, and then the role of culture. So that was the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
How no boredom existed before that and then after that. So with my 15-year-old sister, we'll be in the summer, there's ample things to do, and she'll just be like, I'm bored. I have nothing to do. And there's so many things you could do, but it's our culture now. If we're not getting that quick fix in everything, how many people do we talk to that say, I want to get fit in 30 days. I want to lose weight in 2 weeks. I just want a happy marriage. What does that mean? That quick fix.
It's funny because that exactly goes back to lack of emotional awareness.
It is. They all really do.
They all
tie
cycle
together.
through and they all tie together. And when you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense. So we talked about the boredom. How do we have fun?
Fun. The X factor.
You had 3 great ways to have fun.
I had 3 great ways. I do. First one is create themes and traditions.
Yeah.
You can get excited about anything just like you can get bored about anything. So create some kind of staple to get really excited about.
One of my favorite things, and I love it from people, is talking about traditions with them. Because it's so fun to see how families grew up, whether it be Sunday night, my mom had grilled cheese, soup, and Disney Sunday night movies. Like, I just think that's the cutest thing ever. Or like we do Tuesday night lover walk, or Wednesday night date night. And it's just something to share with your family, pass on, and I think that it keeps things fun, and you definitely look forward to it on the calendar, too.
And so what you're doing is you're taking a little bit of routine
Yeah.
and a little bit of novelty, and you're hybriding the two. And so that's where the theme comes in, too. So, yeah, definitely one of our themes is staples is date night is on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And then we have rules for that, and we have traditions.
Yeah.
So themes and traditions are big as far as how to start creating fun and keeping fun in your life.
Yeah, and then you can make games out of things, number 2, right?
So always have fun. Like games and fun go hand in hand. So making a game of everything.
Like at the gym.
At the gym. We have group classes and we'll work out really hard, but we have a lot of fun too because we'll do games. We would take, what was the musical chairs? We use medicine balls as the chairs. And we'll play music, and we stack the line of balls in one long line, and everybody walks around, and when the music stops, they have to sit in a squat so that they can stay in the game. And the person that doesn't sit, they're kicked out. And they have to do burpees. So they have to do burpees until they get...
You guys were playing that pizza delivery game.
Yeah.
They took like an ab mat, and they were trying to like hold it up overhead. And when the other people would try to get it, so it's really funny because he's so tall, so nobody could get it. And then he was standing on things, and everyone was just laughing. It was like recess again.
Literally.
And I wish we could create that recess environment. I feel like Matt Jensen Marketing, you guys do a good job of that. That's
Great plug.
Filming for us. Yeah, guys. But it does. It seems like you guys have a lot of team morale. You guys have fun events, and we do that at the gym because it really makes you guys tight, and it makes everybody accountable and feel comfortable. Just like in a marriage, if you keep it fun, if you have game night or you do these things, you can laugh together.
So we talk about the smartphone and social media too. You can also use that for fun too, because what we'll do is we'll do like Snapchat groups or Instagram groups and just find funny things throughout the day,
Yeah.
or it could be anything. Just crack jokes when you're around town or at the gym, and just invite people in to share in that camaraderie, and just make games out of what happens in your daily life.
And some people ask, like, how could you make a game out of finances? So I'll take, like, a typical week, I'll get, like, $200 cash, and I won't let myself spend any more than that, right? It's just a fun game. It just creates, I don't do that every week.
Creates purpose,
especially
creates
when
objective.
It's a target week.
Oh boy.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But it does help you change it up. It helps you stay in track with your goals, but makes it a fun little game with yourself. And when you create that, like I said, if I did it every week, it might get a bit mundane. So maybe you change it up a little bit, or you have, like, remember I just went 1 month target free. Because I just want to challenge myself, like, let me see how I could do it.
Give yourself a little novelty.
Yeah.
So games have rules, games have rewards, games
Yeah.
have consequences. So creating games can also lead to a lot of fun too.
Exactly. So
What was
what's
the third thing I
Change
said?
up your routine.
Change up the routine. So shake it up. Instead of do date night on Wednesdays, maybe do it on
The
Saturdays.
words of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
Change the rules. Change the game.
Or shake it off, it is.
But just change the routine. Do something out of the ordinary, whether it's drive down a different road that's not in your regular route, change the day of something, change the theme of something,
I just recently...
change the experience of something.
Exactly.
What's the one thing that we did that we changed it up?
We just went on a staycation for Easter. We don't have family living where we live.
Staycation is the new vacation.
Yeah, it is. The Mellows call it the new vacation.
Yeah.
So we decided we normally travel someplace for holidays because it's just you and I. So then it's fun. You get a different experience on a big holiday and see what the city has to offer. Well, this year,
We chose our own city.
we chose our own city. And we went downtown. And it's funny because we have a gym downtown.
We're here downtown right now.
Yes. And so you see it every day. But when we went as a guest of a hotel, all of a sudden it created a whole new experience.
So it was the same city,
And we've been to this
but
restaurant.
it was a completely different experience.
Yeah, we've been to this restaurant several times.
We have.
And for some reason, it was so much fun knowing we could just walk upstairs in the hotel.
It was
and-
something about not going home
Yeah.
to our normal routine,
Exactly.
changing up the routine, and we had the ability to just go upstairs and not worry about driving
Exactly.
or just being in a different room. And it felt like we were in a different city, even though we were literally in the same
And
city.
you did. You saw it from a whole new light.
Exactly.
And getting up in the morning, I worked out at their gym, not ours. Like, it just created the whole experience. And the best part, you guys, was we had a 5-minute drive home. I love that.
It kind of did the best of everything.
It
was
really did.
Super easy travel-wise. It was super convenient. It was even cost-effective.
Mm-hmm.
And it made us appreciate what we do here already even
Yeah.
more because it was a different set of eyes.
Finance people, if you want a good time to travel to a hotel in a smaller city, pick Easter, any big holiday, because the hotels are empty. Thanksgiving, all of those. In the smaller cities, if you guys go to destinations, that's not the case. But they did.
Staycation-wise.
Yeah, my hotel informant told me that, and it's very true.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing to know, though, right?
definitely.
So that's fun. I also, when you said open your horizons, I just recently went to a yoga seminar that was totally out of my box in the cities. And I love that you said that because you create a whole new experience that if I would have just been closed off to, I would have never got to go to. And I did a lot of fun things being open to new things. And it's definitely was out of my comfort zone. It's not maybe something that I would do consistently, but it was fun to try something different and put a different spin on yoga.
We totally live in such a small world in our head. You know, we have the same job, the same daily routine, the same weekly routine. And even as hard as we try to change things up, it's so important to literally get outside your comfort zone and outside your box and get a whole new perspective on things. Learn from people that you don't normally see, things that you don't normally do. And it really stretches your perspective. And you can bring that back into your regular life and add a whole new avenue of thinking and ways of seeing things.
And we say this a lot with the gym. The thing I love so much about the gym is there's so many walks of life that I would never have come in contact with if it weren't for this place because of my likes or their likes, or they live on the east side, I live on the whatever it is. Our paths most likely wouldn't have crossed. And now they're some of my best friends, and now I get to work out with them and get to know them on a different level, and it's opened up so many different
doors and opportunities to get to know people better.
Totally.
So I love that. That's like the best part, I feel like, of the gym.
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, your associations and people really are a big difference maker in your life and your experiences. And we have that great opportunity of having a lot of personal relationships with people.
It's true. And then in our marriage, I used to be a big no person. I'm very type A. I'm very routine, as you guys know that are followers of the marriageFIT. And you would ask to do something fun or different. And I'd say, no, I don't want to. It's date night. We go and we have a glass of wine. We do this. I wasn't willing to go to Barnes & Noble and grab a tea and read some books. That's not what we do on date night. Like, I just was closed off. And it's really been in the last 2 years, I would say that. And I think it's been a great job of you saying, if you keep saying no, I get tired of asking for new things. And I want to try new things. So I will try some new things, but I need you to say yes a little more. So we did that compromise, the marriage. And it has been game-changing. I don't know if I would have done the staycation before, or it's actually made us both creative on different ends, but we've kept it super simple, guys. That's what I don't want you to overthink. I think people do it with nutrition as well.
I think we do with everything. But yeah, talk about nutrition.
Yeah, nutrition, we can keep it fun and keep it exciting.
If you have themes,
yeah, so
you create traditions.
You can do
change up your routine.
Burger night. Or do, like I said in one of our podcasts, I'll do crock pot Mondays. Well, that's still the theme, but I'll just throw something different in the crock pot.
Change the ingredients.
Tuesdays,
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. That doesn't mean every week I make beef tacos. It's some weeks it's nachos, some week it's tacos, sometimes it's tamales. It's whatever works with the schedule.
Yep.
Wednesdays.
Use your creativity.
Yeah. We have burger night. The other night I made chicken burgers. You can make salmon burgers. So don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be this crazy, like I was going to say like filet mignon with something really hard to make,
Yeah, I think
cordon bleu.
When you get too serious, you focus on perfection and you
Yeah.
focus on being perfect all the time. And when you can't reach that
'Cause nobody can.
unrealistic expectation, then you just throw in the towel. But yeah, keep it simple and have fun with it and just be creative. Just let your mind wander and go with it. And just like almost
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to mind, just try something like that.
And if you don't know what it's like to make something fun, you need to come to CPM Fitness or Matt Jensen Marketing, because we do literally have fun.
But you made a good point. Find fun friends.
You do. You find fun friends.
You can learn fun from other people that have fun.
I just had a coffee
You can't do it
meeting
with good looks, though. but you
with
can do
one
it
of our
fun.
members, and she gets up at 4:30 every day, rain, shine, or 4 actually, every day to go to the 5 a.m. class. And she said the reason she comes is for the fun and her friends. Those were her 2 words. She goes, 4 a.m. is not getting me up to go downstairs, but it will get me
Working
up.
up by yourself is not fun.
No, because
Most
the
of the time.
community keeps it fun. And the workouts are always changing, so she said that's fun too.
Yep.
But it was just good to hear that is true, that we need to make everything like recess. As a kid, what's the most fun you look forward to?
It's totally
I
recess.
did. The minute that bell rang, you like sprint out like a bat out of hell.
I heard this term a while back, and it says, think like an adult, but act like a kid. Because you need to just have that recess mentality for your whole life. Because when we were a kid, we were carefree, we had no worries. The commitment level was very low, so we weren't very serious. And that's the youthful
The play.
experience that you want to keep as you become an adult. But you can't think like a kid. So try to act like a kid, but think like an adult. And that's the magic ingredient of, you're as young as you feel.
It's like my grandma, right?
Feeling and how you act correlate to each other. So if you act or play like a kid, you're going to have that youthful heart and youthful exuberance of life.
My grandma's 81.
I'm saying a lot of big words because it makes me feel smart.
Yeah.
Hopefully it makes sense.
Let's go to my grandma. She's 81 years old, and she acts, I call her spring chicken, because she has youth. She
Plays tennis.
plays tennis every day.
She has a lot of friends.
Has a lot of friends. Goes out to dinners. Goes to musicals. Has shows. She goes to New York, D.C., Seattle. Takes advantage of life and all that fun that life has to offer. And she's done that her whole life. And so 81 to her is just her age. And I love that. It's the Western civilization that gets it twisted. In Eastern civilization, as you
get older, you actually progress. They look at you as getting better. They look at being older as a strong thing.
I adopt that
not
same
getting
philosophy.
weaker. You do.
I adopt that same philosophy.
Your number one thing, and we've said this before on MarriageFIT, is to get better as you age.
Fun is first.
And you're going to have to keep that vibrant love. And of course, things in life are going to get serious and you're not going to be 100%. But just like we talk about, if you kind of keep the pendulum high with the fun, so when it swings the other way, you have more of a balance instead of living in this mundane life of boredom.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, fun is the magic ingredient. It really is. If you want to improve anything in your life, try to have fun with it.
And
If you don't
what
like
three ways?
if you don't like something in your life, try to have fun with it.
So let's recap.
Let's
What three
recap.
ways?
To have fun, create traditions and themes,
Yep.
change up your routine, and make games out of things. Figure out how to make games. Change the rules, change the rewards, change the consequences.
Yep.
And just have fun.
Just have fun in life.
Just have fun, dude.
Anything else you want to add,
So
Mr.
fun.
Mello?
No, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so take that fun F and apply it to all the other Fs: fitness, finances, faith, family. And that's how you can have fun.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks. This was a fun topic.
This was fun.
I like it.
Thank you for all your
See you guys next
fun
time.
advice. Have a great
Can't
time,
wait.
guys. Thanks. Join us again.
Oh.